I have one of my favorite kinds of videos to do for you all today. It's a combo of a not insubstantial Hermes haul and also an Hermes story time. So sit back, hit me with a little like or a subscribe if you're feeling charitable today, and I'm gonna get into the story. For those of you who may not be up to date on the story, my SA offered me a beautiful Birkin 35 a couple weeks ago, but prior to that we had kind of been having like a rocky go of it, and now because my quota hath started over, once you get the bag, the spend resets. So now I'm kind of at this crossroads of like, do I stay with him? Do I change? And so because I was curious about the Topanga location opening over the weekend, I decided to just dip my little toe into the water and see what the vibe was over there. I know that most of you will be screaming at me like, oh, you can't change stores. The store manager is gonna think that you're not loyal. I mean, people shop all over. I have friends who shop in Vegas. I just shopped in Vegas like a couple grand of things that I couldn't get in store in Rodeo. I just wanted to see. Plus, new store openings notoriously give out bags like candy. And this did not disappoint. I saw Birkins being offered on the floor of the store, okay? The line was long. I waited 2 hours in line, dedication, I know. And then they assigned me to a sales associate, and we were vibing. I could tell he was up on his game. He was definitely like giving me vibes of like, I'm in charge. People were coming to ask him questions. And then I later found out he is the associate store director. And then randomly, I knew the store director for this location. I had like met her in other like designer function. So I was vibing, but then it became clear as my sales associate was helping me, because he is the assistant or associate, I can't remember, store director, he is not an actual SA, right? So he's helping out for the opening weekend because they're crazy. And he's like, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna introduce you to a sales associate so you can start to like get your wish list up and running. And he was like very sweet, did introduce me to someone at the end, but it was kind of like a win and also like a setback because we were vibing so much, and I was like, oh, finally I found a new sales associate who I vibe with. And then I was like, oh shoot, he can only really sell to me today, huh? But it's never a bad thing to have the store management already know you, right, from essentially like day one of opening, because then when I go and ask for a bag, they'll be like, oh yeah, we know that girl. So I asked for a few things that I've been trying to get at the Rodeo store with no luck. First up, because you know your girl likes to start with a good impression on the Birkin bait, we went to the fine jewelry section. Their ribbons are new. It says Hermes 2023, and then it says Astonishing Hermes on it, I think in French, yeah. You probably cannot see it, and my camera does not focus well on this kind of stuff, but it is the new ribbon, so that's fun. Little hard box for you, as always. And we finally got this bad boy. She's rose gold. She, I think is, she's rose gold. I want to say she's around 2,300. She can do a pointer finger, or, well, maybe she can't do a pointer finger. But I got it to sort of stack with the other one I have. I think they're kind of cool together. Also, take a moment please to appreciate my nod to Barbie, because I'm not a bright pink human. Anyway, I've been trying to get it for a while and I just couldn't get the right, like the Rodeo location never had the right sizes, so I capitalized on it here because I think it's really nice. Okay, so that was 2,300 bucks. Then I got, and I'm not gonna unbox it for you because it would be a lie because I already wore it, I got the gold strap for my Apple Watch, which I wear essentially every day to work, and I figured it'd be nice. It will go with my gold ship, it will go with Billy, my gold Birkin. It was just like a nice, like, it's 340 bucks, which I know is like a silly amount of money for a strap, but we love a matching moment, okay? I think I mentioned this in my Hermes wish list video, and it is a big box, so if that gives you any indication of what might be in here, but we'll open her up. As you all know, fall is just around the corner, and there are some of you who will be in the camp of it's still summer and I'm not ready to talk about fall, but for the most part, especially coming back from Vegas recently where it was like 1,000 degrees, I'm ready to talk about fall, okay? I know it's only August. It's not even August when I'm filming this. It is technically still July 31st, okay? But I digress. We are getting prepared for a bit of autumn, okay? We've got the very autumnal Christmassy version of the Avalon blanket, which I have back here. So we will do a ceremonial changing of the background when the time comes. So don't come for me. I know it's not fall yet. I haven't changed my background, but when I do, this will be right there, and I think it will look really nice. I'd like to still get the matching throw pillows because I do have 2 matching throw pillows for this that are on my couch in my living room, but you know, baby steps, because we're still feeling out the waters here. I want to say this was like 1,800 bucks now. I think there was like a price increase on these because if I remember correctly, this one was closer to like 1,600, but you know, nobody's as bad as Chanel with the price increases, so I can't be that mad. So then, my friends, I was vibing with the associate manager and I said to him, look, I don't know if like I don't know if I have to like buy you dinner first before I ask you this, but are there any bags that you have? Maybe like a colorful Constance, an Evelyn TPM. And I was like feeling kind of claustrophobic because the store was so busy that there were like people around me and I wasn't trying to like blow up my spot that I was asking, because then if a bunch of people listen and he's like, ugh, he goes, let me go check. And I watch as he walks over to the store director and they're looking at some things, and then he disappears. He comes back to me and he goes, come follow me. And I'm like, whoop, what does he have? And not to build up to disappoint you, but he offered me an alligator Constance in noir with palladium hardware. And I'll tell you, I don't really have it in me to do an alligator moment for a Constance. The problem for me is I'm a tall lady. If I'm like wearing a flat pair of shoes, I'm hitting 5'8", and I like to wear my strapped bags crossbody. So for me, the Constance hits in an awkward place. It like is like sidling in like an underboob moment if I wear it crossbody. So it's like, I'm not gonna make that be one of the most expensive bags that I own. So I declined. And then he was like, okay, well, are there any other bags you're into? He's like, our stock kind of got cleaned out during opening, but like, obviously you're gonna come back and see us. Like, and so I said to him what my wish list was, and for the room, I am targeting a Birkin 25 because I have seen them everywhere. I saw them all over Vegas and they're so cute and small. I know I said I love big bags, which I do, but I also said I am an all bags human, and so we're just trying to collect them all, okay? We like options over here. So I said to him, I was like, well, do you have any of the garden party totes in the size 30? And he goes, I'll be right back. And so he brings out in a little secret area for me a garden party 30, and I shall show it to you. I had never even really held one because whenever I ask for one at the rodeo store, they do not have. Shocking. So in summary, I would say if there is a new store opening in your area, run, don't walk. And don't make the mistake I did of going the second day. Like, deal with the line and go on day 1, because they will offer bags like on the floor. Like a couple of my friends who were waiting in line on day 2 had also been their day 1 dedication, and they had Birkin offers like left and right. They're like happening not in secret rooms, just out in the open. So like I didn't bother going day 1 only because I knew that I wasn't going to get offered a quota bag. It would take the store manager like 1 second to look at my profile and be like, she literally just got one 3 weeks ago, so like that's a no for us. But if I hadn't, I definitely would have gone on day 1. Anyway, now that I've made you wait, what color do you think I got? Say hello to my little garden party 30 in a taupe with palladium hardware. She's very cute. I didn't, like, for some reason I thought, even though I know like a Birkin 30 is small, this just feels smaller, maybe because it's lighter. It's pretty light. And it does, like, obviously unclasp, so like it can, you know, bow out on the sides if you need it to. But it's just a very functional bag, right? I'm not mad at it. And again, like, I have been asking and unable to get at the Rodeo store. So in total, because I returned those shoes that I talked about in my Vegas video, I ended up spending around 8 grand, I want to say, which is well more than I thought I was going to spend, to be very honest with you. Unless I got like a Constance, I was prepared to like fork it out for that. But it occurred to me, in so doing, I'm now well on my way to another quota bag, right? So now I feel like I have to stay the course at Topanga and see what that sales associate can do for me. And who knows, I think perhaps if I have luck there, maybe I will continue shopping there. If I squeak a quota bag out and am, you know, like over driving to Topanga, then maybe I'll go back to Rodeo. But it's just a tough decision, you guys. Like, I am torn because I got such a good quota bag from my Rodeo SA in the end, even though he was a little bit like tough to work with. I don't feel like he prioritizes me. Plus there are so many high profile clients at Rodeo. I'm like, perhaps Topanga will allow me to be a bigger fish in a smaller pond for a moment and get that second quota bag before the end of the year. I don't have a lot of faith that my Rodeo associate would get me another quota bag before the end of the year. And then it's just like, well, I'm not realizing my potential. You're allowed to have 2 a year. I know. Play the world's smallest violin for me. But again, I love to talk strategy on this channel. So let me know your thoughts. I think that because of what I've spent and how that won't transfer to my Rodeo SA, it's like, perhaps we just stay the course for now and see what we can get. And then maybe I come back to Rodeo and go to a new associate, or I come back to him and just don't say anything and like pretend nothing ever happened. I don't know. But I think what I'm gonna do is sort of like a full court press to Topanga. I have an appointment again in 2 weeks to go see what they've got. And at this rate, I think with a new store, I'd be surprised if they're not highly motivated to engage their clients. And it doesn't hurt, like, if I'm a repeat customer that, you know, is one of the first people to sort of get to the quota finish line, perhaps I'll be first up for a bag. We'll see. But I don't know. I think this is part of the fun of Hermes, right? It's like, some people hate the game. I haven't gotten there yet. I mean, I definitely was getting frustrated with my SA when it was like 2 years and nothing was happening. And if that happens again, then I may change my tune. But for now, I'm hot on the trail. I've had a very good dose of vitamin C in the last few weeks between Las Vegas and Topanga. All right, team. That's my whole haul. I think that's the whole story. Can't wait to hear what you all think I should do next. I definitely am a little surprised at how well I did at the Topanga store, but is that short-lived? Who knows? More to come. Hit me with a like and subscribe if you're interested in the saga that will continue. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next Monday. Bye!